Right. And then I got there. I just repeated. I'm like, oh, we're taking
If you start to feel like I don't know what's going on, Greek third movement. Greek third movement. This might be right. Okay, Greek third movement. One, two, ready. Let's do air. Air, and then get out 16 and 17. Let's go.
We're still fixing the people. So I just leave this on your desk. Yeah, I think we know.
Air. And get pause and circumstance ready. Also then. Okay, get pomp and circumstance, march number 1, Michael Cook and Glory ready. Remember, it might end up being real short today. That's okay. It's great. After pomp and circumstance, the Star Spangled Banner is he's going to conduct. When the seniors come over, try to direct them to the right place. Vivian and Elijah here are over here. So if you see them, put them over here. Okay? Cole, Nathaniel, Evie are over here. Aaron, Amelia are up here. We're going to over there. Okay. We just might take the second. In pump? 60? Okay. I'm reading off of a flute card, so, but I can do that.
Good morning. I would like to welcome everyone here to the graduation ceremony of the class of 2025. We will start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand if able, and males, please remove your caps. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing as you now join our high school concert band in the rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner and our alma mater. You can find the alma mater in the front of your program. It is being led by Senior Drum Major Isabel Hare. Thank you. You may now be seated. Please welcome to the stage our Superintendent Dr. Ruskowski.
Good morning, graduates, families, faculty, board of directors, and friends. Before I begin, I want to thank Mr. Fedison, Mr. Caruso, and Dr. Lee for their hard work in organizing a meaningful ceremony. Also, thanks so much to our custodial staff for their hard work and flexibility this morning in setting up for this event. I especially want to thank Mr. Fitzgerald for his many years of service to the district and many graduating classes. Mr. Fitzgerald's vision and impact on our district will be felt for many years to come, and we wish him well in retirement. Today, we gather to celebrate an extraordinary milestone. To the class of 2025, congratulations. You've made it. Through years of effort, struggle, and determination, you've earned your place here today, and you should be incredibly proud. This moment is the result of countless hours of hard work, including early mornings, late nights, and everything in between. It reflects your perseverance, your courage to face challenges, and your commitment to reaching your goals. You didn't get here by accident. You earned this. As we celebrate today, I want you to pause and take a look around. The fields, these classrooms, the auditorium, this has been more than just a school. It's been your second home. It's here that you've made lifelong memories, laughter with friends in the cafeteria, hard-fought wins and tough losses on the field, breakthroughs in the classrooms, and quiet moments of personal triumph that only you will ever fully understand. Those memories will always be a part of you, and we hope you will always be a part of us. No matter where life takes you, this district will always be your home. Stay connected, visit, reach back, and lift up those who come after you. You have helped make our district shine, and for that we are very grateful. We also take this moment to recognize the many people who helped you along the way. To our dedicated teachers, counselors, administrators, coaches, custodians, cafeteria workers, bus drivers, and staff. Thank all of you. All of you played a role in shaping lives, inspiring minds, and guiding these graduates with care and compassion. Your work matters. Today, your impact is clear. Thank you also to the parents of our graduates for always being there and for your ongoing partnership with the district. I have good news for you graduates. Regardless of what you may hear, the world you're stepping into is full of possibilities and beauty. Whatever your pursuit, we know you'll bring the same spirit that brought you to this point. The future is bright because it awaits your ideas, your energy, and your leadership. I also have a warning for you. As you go forward in your life's journey, be prepared to fail. All great achievers do at some point. What makes you great is how you respond to failure. Henry Ford once said, "Failure is simply the opportunity to begin again, this time more intelligently," end quote. Seeing the glass half full is a choice. In making that choice, you let your mistakes be your teachers. You let your failures be your stepping stones to success. It is my wish for you that you'll always see the glass as half full and never stop working toward your dreams. In the words of Anne Sullivan, keep on beginning and failing. Each time you fail, start all over again, and you will grow stronger until you have accomplished a purpose. Not the one you began with, perhaps, but one you'll be glad to remember. And finally, to the class of 2025, thank you. Thank you for your laughter in the hallways, your creativity in the classroom, your leadership on the stage and on the field, and your presence in this community. You've left a legacy, and you've made us proud. And you've helped shape a better future, not only for yourselves, but for all of us as well. Go forward with confidence. The world is at your feet and the wind is at your back. Embrace this journey ahead with an optimism and fearlessness. And wherever life takes you, know that we will always be here cheering you on. Congratulations, class of 2025. We believe in you. And now please welcome to the podium Principal Michael Feddesen.
Good morning. I'd like to again welcome everyone to the 2025 Bellefonte Area High School Commencement and offer my sincere congratulations to all of our graduates. I again also want to thank all the families and friends of our graduates for your many years of love and support in helping these students reach their milestone today. I'd also like to extend my heartfelt thanks to the faculty and staff of Bellefonte Area High School, Bellefonte Area School District, and the members of the Board of Directors. You've all had a hand in helping these students achieve their goals and become Bellefonte graduates. I'd also like to thank everyone that spent countless hours with this year's activities, specifically our class advisors, Mrs. Durney and Mrs. Krieger. Yeah, give them a shout out. That's all right. Yeah. Our graduation coordinator, Ed Fitzgerald. Where's Fitz? Again, all of our high school district administration, our school counselors, senior counselor, Stacy Norfolk. And again, all the other office staff, technology, athletic departments, building and maintenance, and custodial staff for helping us on short notice this morning. And she's probably hiding, but I want to also thank Mrs. Judy Ripka. Where's Judy? Judy spends innumerable hours getting all the programs, diplomas, packets ready for today's commencement. You all are the support system which made graduation possible, and with your continued encouragement, you've paved the way for this commencement. And so seniors in the class of 2025, please take a moment to give everyone a round of applause. I would typically jump into my remarks from here, but we have a special occasion this year. Fitz, if you would join me. It is not in the script. I went off script. I'm sorry. If it was in the script, you wouldn't let me do it. So we're going to take a moment to recognize our graduation coordinator, Mr. Ed Fitzgerald, or Fitz as we call him. Fitz has been with the district since the fall of 1997 and has served as graduation coordinator for nearly 3 decades. He spends hundreds of hours coordinating all aspects of graduation and senior activities. And I won't go into the very, very long list, but just a few examples on the lighter side. Every year, Fitz creates a calendar of all the things that have been happening throughout the year. And most people might start planning that in September. Fitz starts a little bit earlier. So if you don't know, each February, the school board will approve the calendar for the following year. And school board meetings are typically on Tuesday nights. Fitz waits until that next Wednesday, after that first board meeting. So other than Election Day, this is his Super Bowl of trying to figure out the calendar. And then at the start of the year, he'll have a meeting with, the class advisors and the principals and so on. And we only allow him to start that in September because we refuse to let him do it in August for those first 3 days of school or in the 5 minutes following the ceremony. But he leaves no stone unturned. He makes multiple seating charts labeling every one of these 200 and plus chairs that you see before you this morning. He's here before the sun comes up. He's here when the sun goes down. And I think since Thursday, he's reminded me no less than 27 times to check the weather.
And that worked well.
And that worked out real well. You're welcome. You're welcome. But in all seriousness, Fitz, we appreciate your attention to detail, your pride that you take in this job. You run yourself ragged because you want this moment to be perfect for all these students and all these families. So I thank you so much for your decades of service, consistency, grace, laughs, and memories. And we wish you all the very best in your retirement. And so on behalf of the Bellefonte Area High School in the class of 2025, we'd like to present you with this honorary diploma as a member of the class of 2025. I think you have to go to the dock. Go to the mark and take your picture. Thanks again, Fitz, for all your years, all your guidance. And by the way, he hated that, so if you get any enjoyment out of that. But I just want to take a few minutes to offer some anecdotes and experiences that might help you, graduates, as you leave Bellefonte Area High School. You are our 141st graduating class, so certainly a long history, but you are unique. Today is the culmination of years of hard work, dedication, and perseverance. Each one of you has traveled a unique journey to reach this moment, and you stand on the precipice of your future. You're perhaps filled with some excitement, anticipation, maybe even a little bit of anxiety. But today I want to talk to you about the power of showing up. Today's very symbolic of that idea. Showing up is all about doing the little things, the difficult things to help you achieve your goals. And you sit before us today because you completed those tasks along the way. You showed up after returning at midnight from that trip to New York City. You showed up to heat acclimation and band camp in August when it was sweltering. You showed up for each other when the chips were down. You even showed up for the finals testing window when you knew Fitz was going to give another speech. But life is a series of doors waiting to be opened, a collection of moments where we're faced with choices. Some of those choices are small and seem inconsequential at the time, while others are monumental and can alter the course of our lives. But throughout your time here, you've learned that education is not just about acquiring knowledge, but also about preparing yourselves to recognize and seize those opportunities. See, to be successful at something, you don't have to be special. You don't have to have the gift that no one else has. You don't have to play the best or have the highest SAT score or have earned all of our honors cords. What you do have to do is be willing to do what others are not willing to do. You have to be consistent, be determined, be willing to work for it. You don't take any shortcuts. You have integrity and purpose and drive. And with every step you take, you do it better than anyone else. So hold yourself to a higher standard and keep raising the bar. And success isn't always flashy, and to be frank, the biggest part of it isn't. It's the quiet persistence, the hours of toil that no one else is around, doing one more rep when no one is there to push you, that creates success. It's going out on a limb and taking a risk and trying to figure it out. It's failing and getting back up again and knowing that wherever there is opposition is where your greatest opportunity lies. You have to know what you want, you have to know what you deserve, and you have to put forth the effort in that direction. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to persevere. You have to keep showing up. You have to keep going. Or, in the words that you might understand from the great philosopher Dory, you just have to keep swimming. And for those of us in the audience that are a little bit older, I would quote the great martial artist and actor Bruce Lee, who said, "If you put limits on what you can do, it will spread to the rest of your life. There are no limits, only plateaus. You must constantly exceed your level." Now, last night I was having dinner, I was watching the 6 o'clock news, and there was a story that came across that I felt was sort of a sign for me to share today. And so forgive me if you saw it, but last night there was a story about a high school graduate just outside of Atlanta, Georgia, by the name of Mikhail Baker. And Mikhail works at the local Burger King in his little town. And on his way home from graduation, he just stopped to get dinner for his family. He gets a discount, and so, he was just going to stop and grab something. But when he got there, he saw that the rest of his coworkers were short-staffed and they were extremely busy. Maybe everybody else had the same idea to stop after graduation too. But rather than just take his meal and leave, he jumped in. He didn't have his work uniform, he didn't clock in, he just started working. Shirt and tie on, medals around his neck. And there was another parent there who was stopping, and she saw that, and so she took a video of him and posted it on TikTok, and it went viral. And she was so impressed by his attitude and for showing up, she thought, I'm going to try to help him raise some money to get to college, because he was going to take a gap year before going to college. And as of the report last night, that fund has raised over $200,000 for him. Yeah. Burger King even chipped in $10,000. So I'm not telling you that if you go straight to work after this, someone's going to give you $200,000 if you're in your cap and gown. But it is a great example of how showing up turned into a great thing. And if Mikhail had not shown up, if he had not stayed, he may have never experienced that generosity. So get up every day, try to do better than you were yesterday. I urge you to find difficult things to do. Challenge yourself to find something that you can't succeed with on the first try. The greatest growth comes from the journey through the failure. That journey makes you stronger, more resilient, more hungry for success, and ultimately, more fulfilled. So as we go our separate ways, I hope we remember that showing up is more than just being in the room. Because the truth is, life will ask a lot of you. It won't always be easy, but just keep showing up for your dreams, for each other, for yourselves, and you'll find your way. That's how you grow, that's how you love, that's how you build a life that you're proud of. So wherever you go, just keep showing up. My congratulations again to the Bellefonte Area High School class of 2025. We can't wait to see where showing up will take you next. Congratulations. Now let us please welcome to the stage the Bellefonte Area High School class of 2025 valedictorian, Annie Cernuska.
As I stand here before all of you this morning, I see students who've worked so hard to reach this moment, teachers who've shaped both our education and our character, and families who've provided immense support, not just over the past 4 years, but for the past 13. Each person who came here to watch you receive your diploma represents one influence, which encompasses who you are as a person. Class of 2025, you all did it, and I couldn't be more proud of each and every one of you. You're an amazing group of individuals. I'm blessed to have spent these past 4 years with all of you. We have all grown and developed into unique individuals over this 4-year journey, finding our own place within our school and local community. From sports to fine arts, or even our first jobs, there's at least one thing we all have a passion for. For some, you may have found a strong desire to address a broader societal issue that will continue with you after you walk across this stage today. If that's you, keep that focus on what stirs your heart. Now, I'm not encouraging you to pursue your dreams of chasing after a bison. I'm sure that's not Derny endorsed. However, for others, you may be still searching for what you will be passionate about in life after high school. Well, I have great news. You don't have to have all of your next steps planned out right away. I certainly don't. And I know, I'm usually the one who has everything planned out all the time, but I don't. Let me leave you with some advice that I've used when thinking about how to turn my goals and values into a strong passion to drive my future actions. For some, they set career goals, like becoming a teacher. Others want to build a family. Some want to get rich. I certainly don't blame them for that. Whatever your goals or values may be, I'd like to encourage you with a quote from Norman Vincent Peale, an author known for emphasizing the importance of a positive mindset in achieving goals. I first heard this quote from one of our retiring principals this year, Mrs. Krish, and I have often thought of it throughout my high school experience. Shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you'll land among the stars. However big or small your goals are, always strive to accomplish what you never thought you could, even in your wildest dreams. Get that doctorate, make $1 million, own your own business. Whatever it may be, go after it. When you set these ambitious goals and make every infinitesimally small step to achieve them, you're making yourself, those around you, and the world a better place. And don't be afraid to fail with your goals. Reality's harsh, but we all must realize that failure is a natural part of success and ambition. Even within failure, there are successes that surpass feelings of defeat. You have to pick yourself back up, dust off, maybe look around to see if anybody noticed, and then find another angle to approach your goals. If you aren't sure how to do this, just ask Donovan Nyman. He's done it many times. When establishing your goals and values, I challenge you to think of who you want to impact. One instance I know we all can remember, while not necessarily a positive one, that has had an effect on our high school experience was a swatting call during the spring of our sophomore year. That was a day filled with fear, but it demonstrated the values of this school, our administrators and staff, as well as our community. The safety measures that had so carefully been implemented by our district safety committee, the quick response of the police officers that day, and the support we all felt from our teachers, administrators, and the community was immeasurable. They wrapped their arms around us as the younger generation whom they were fighting so hard to protect. This left us feeling loved and treasured more than we ever thought was possible. As I reflect upon this, in appreciation, I just want to thank you once again for caring for all of us. This was simply one day, one example of when our community and school impacted our lives. Beyond the community as a whole, we all have that one person, one mentor in our life who we will forever cherish because of all the time and effort they put into us and our development. Some of you may be blessed to have multiple of these mentors. I will share with you one of mine in hopes that it stirs you to think of your person. From the time I was a little kindergartner, coming into the middle school each and every day after school, I was greeted with a smile and welcoming arms, to now, where she's the first person I contact when I need advice on a problem I'm facing. Miss Donna Smith has been one of my greatest mentors. You may know her as one of our school board members, but I've had the privilege of hanging out in her classroom when she was a middle school teacher. I've always felt as though I had her support and encouragement to lean on, could trust her to tell me the hard truth when I needed it, and that she had my best interests at heart. Now, think of your person that comes to mind in this moment. As we look back on our accomplishments and challenges of high school, I want you to tell that person thank you. Let them know that they have made a difference in the world and in your life with their passion to support you. As the next generation of individuals emerging into this world, I urge you to become someone's person. Don't underestimate the positive influence that you can have on another person, because every kid is just one caring adult away from being a success story. So go out there and be that caring adult who isn't afraid to shoot for the moon. Congrats to you all, and thank you. I would now like to welcome to the stage yet another outstanding student and someone with much more musical talent than I could ever dream of having, our class salutatorian, Allison Nichols.
Good morning to friends, family, staff, and of course, my fellow graduates. Firstly, I would like to thank everyone for coming today to show their support for the Bellefonte-era high school class of 2025. To my classmates, congratulations. I am incredibly honored and so grateful to stand before you today as the salutatorian. Now, if you would have told me that I'd be delivering a speech to my graduating class and their friends and families as a freshman, or even the beginning of this year, I would have laughed. Sure, I could sing on stage with no problem, which I won't be doing now, but a speech where I was just me and not a character felt like an impossible, daunting task. In classes, I dreaded presentations and class discussions, which Dernie can attest to, and for years I held myself back and told myself I couldn't give presentations or participate in dreaded Socratic seminars. I limited my voice and opinions. I had the option to not deliver this speech at all, but I felt it important to stand up here today and use my voice. I say all this not to brag about how much I've grown, but rather to show that we are much more capable than we believe. We impose limits on ourselves and discredit our abilities far too often. You, your voice, and your actions are the most important things you have. You all hold immense power, and your full potential comes when you are not limited. This graduating class has already accomplished astonishing things in drama, sports, music, and academics. Imagine what more could be accomplished, the future we could create, if we stopped limiting ourselves, undermining our abilities, and distrusting our confidence. Imagine who you would be if anything goes and you don't hold yourself back. I urge you to step outside of your comfort zone and try to move past these limits. Anything can happen. Do what you've been afraid of, experiment, get creative, be the author of your own story or star in your own musical. Maybe you'll surprise yourself. You've already overcome limits to get here, and though some obstacles will be more difficult than others, with trust and confidence, I guarantee you can get through it. I've already watched many of you grow past your previous limits over the years, and it's been inspiring to see and grow alongside you all. For many of us, graduation has been the dream, a date to reach to finally leave high school for good. Graduation to many is the end of an era, getting ready to start another chapter of life. But I disagree. As my favorite musician, Hozier, says, this is not an end, but the start of all things that are left to do. Sitting here is already an amazing accomplishment to feel immensely proud of. You have all worked incredibly hard to be here today. However, this does not mark the end of your journey. In fact, it is just beginning. Every single one of you has an impact to make. Whether you are joining the military, entering the workforce, going to college, or are unsure of your future, your life is truly just beginning. We've got a lot of living to do. There's so much left in store for each and every person sitting before me today. What's left for you to do in life may be different than your neighbors, but that's okay. Everyone has a different path with so much in store for their future, and what's left to do comes from your decisions. You can limit yourself, or you can take the challenges and achieve what you've always wanted, even if you have to wait for it. Use your power, your voice, and your authentic self to make the life you want. What's left for you to do is up to you. I don't expect you to carry all my words with immense weight, but if you remember anything from my speech, let it be this. Your voice has power and your actions have value. Do something meaningful. Your presence is invaluable to this world and holds so much power. Exist loudly and boldly without self-imposed limits. Even if you feel insignificant, you can make a change. Every single person here matters and can overcome the challenges they face. I have faith in this class to do great things and make a positive impact. Trust in yourself without limitation. There's so much left for us to do. We just have to do it. Finally, I would like to leave you with a quote from Phoebe Bridgers. Anyway, don't be a stranger. Bellefonte may be a small part of your journey, but the memories you've made and the people you've met will stay with you. You may not remember who in Frankenstein said what quote, all the Chinese dynasties, or the steps of cellular respiration, but you will remember performing in your last concert, taking your last bow, winning that medal, or just simply spending time with the people who've shaped your experience. You will always be the Bellefonte class of 2025, so keep in touch. Hold the memory and feeling of high school with you. Remember the people who've made your experience better, and don't forget them as you move forward in your life. Your fellow graduates and I look forward to seeing the impact you will all have on the world. If it is anything like the impact you've had on Bellefonte, it will be amazing. Thank you and congratulations. Now I would like to welcome our commencement speaker to the stage, Ed Fitzgerald.
Okay. All right. Hello. For those who don't know me or have subsequently tried to forget me, my name is Ed Fitzgerald. I want to say with all sarcasm possible, thanks a lot for making me speak here this morning. Thanks a lot for a couple reasons. Reason number one as to why I did not want to give this speech. This is way outside of my comfort zone. If you ask my wife, you ask my children, they'll tell you at any social gathering, I am the guy hiding behind the potted plant. Equally true, I'm usually behind that plant and I snuck a book in to read as well. Reason number two for not wanting to give this speech. I don't know if you've noticed, but I have one or two things I had to do today, this week. And I really, really appreciate you seniors adding this to my plate. All right, Brady, Miller. I'm glad to know that I was your last choice, so thanks a lot. Makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. Moving on, Brady. Reason number three for not wanting to give this speech, Brady. I have done a commencement address at this high school twice before, and I promised myself I would never, ever do it again. So I really appreciate the class of 25 making me break my own promise to myself. I last spoke in the 90s. Donovan Nyman. The 1990s, buddy, not the 1890s. 1990s. Thank you for thinking I am that old, Donovan. I can see how this is gonna go. I previously spoke about chocolate the first time I spoke and geese the second time I spoke. So really, there's nothing left to say once you talk about geese and chocolate. But I was roped into doing this, so I tried to think of something to say. And I tried to think back where I was in your shoes sitting here during my graduation from high school. And I'll be honest, I could not remember the person that gave my commencement address. I even called some of my high school friends in Philly. None of them could remember who that guy was. Thus, since I could not remember who spoke at mine, and for the three reasons why I didn't want to give this speech, I decided, guys, gals, I'm not giving a speech. I'm not giving one. I didn't write one. So you don't get a commencement speech from me. I may turn out to regret this sentence in 30 seconds based on what just occurred, but I'm going to turn this part of the ceremony over to you, the students. I'm going to turn this into a press conference. For 28 years, I have never given my opinion at this school. So I thought I'd enjoy giving my opinion for a change, and you people are going to ask me questions. So no speech. It's the anti-speech. We're going to do a Q&A session right now. Y'all are in charge. I have roped in poor Mrs. Cypro. Mrs. Cypro is going to pass the mic around. If you got a question, I'll call out your name. Go to the end of the row closest, she will find you. She will hand the mic and you get to ask a question. Okay, let's see if I regret this. Oh, for golly sakes, who's got a question? Boy, that was quick. All right. Aiden Howell, I saw you first. What a shock.
All right, so, as we all know, Mr. Fitz is really old, and he's probably met all the presidents, starting with Washington. But who is your favorite president and why?
Wow, Aiden, thanks for that great intro. You know, I always tell my wife every year, I get older, and you people all stay 18. For 28 years, you were always 18. So I guess that makes me old. Favorite president? You know, I'll just keep it simple. Harry Truman was my favorite president. As to the why, which, by the way, Aiden, I never met him. He never wanted or planned on being president, Aiden. He was kind of thrust into it, and he did it with great humility. He took great responsibility for everything he did, both good and bad, in his administration. He even popularized the phrase, you know, the buck stops here. So I admire Harry's humility. I like him owning up to his actions, both the good and the bad that work. So that's my answer to you. All right, let's try a better question, please. Okay, I guess we got to give it to the valedictorian, or that looks bad. All right, Annie.
All right. Agreeing with Aiden that you're really, really old. And basically, you know everything about our government because you've been around since the founding of our nation. What is your favorite piece of legislation ever written and why?
Okay, that explains why you're the valedictorian. You're asking me an intellectual question. I'm going to leave aside your snide add-on to Mr. Aiden's. I guess I'm going to say it's a tie between two pieces of legislation, Annie. Ruth Ann, that is not a cop-out. Stop rolling your eyes. Smoyer, I see you from here. It's a tie because, Ruth Ann, they're actually connected. They were actually one piece of legislation originally. The Voting Rights Act is 65 and the Civil Rights Act is 64, my two favorites. Okay, some other fans of them. As to why, Annie, I guess in the end, I admire legislation that gives a little bit more to those that had a little bit less. To paraphrase former Republican President George W. Bush, leave no person behind. I appreciate that sentiment. I don't think we should leave anyone behind, and we should strive to keep everybody. All right, next one. Okay, since I called out Ruth Ann, I guess I've got to give Ruth Ann Smoyer the question.
Hey, Fitz.
Hey, Ruth Ann.
So, I mean, it's kind of hard to ignore the fact that you are so old. So, that being said, assuming that you've had as many students as you have gray hairs, I mean, look at them, which one's your favorite? And I mean, like, students, not hairstyle, because we know the really weird ponytail was your thing for a while. Here you go.
Yeah, I did like the ponytail, Ruth Ann, that is true. That's long gone now. And ouch, that you want me to single out a student, Ruth Ann. I guess what I'll do, Ruth Ann, is, and it's not a cop-out, I'm going to say I liked all of my students, past and present, equally as much. I liked them all because every day, each and every one of you guys made me smile. I did not mind getting up every morning for 28 years and torturing the heck out of everybody in government and politics. You would all ask me different questions in different and unique ways, and even though you tried my patience more than once, you know, you always made me smile. And I think that's why I would say, Ruth Ann, I like them all, because I like the uniqueness that each of you guys bring, that each of you brought every day to my room. So I think you should revel in those uniquenesses, because it will bring a smile to each person like myself in the end. Okay, one more, and we're done. Okay, Christian. All right, Mr. Larson, the floor is yours.
Fitz, while
Yeah.
we've all pointed out how old you are,
Okay.
and you've clearly been around since the Revolutionary War, who do you think the most underrated founding father was, and why?
Okay, I'm not that old. Golly. Well, Christian, since I know you like Alexander Hamilton and loved watching the musical repeatedly, I could have said that answer, but it wouldn't be accurate. It's James Madison, which some students have heard me say before. You know, as to the why, I think he was my favorite founding father. He really never thought his ideas were going to amount to anything Christian. He thought they weren't going to ever matter. He was also intensely shy, and he actually overcame that shyness thanks part to the woman that he married, and that's certainly true in my case as well. And then he did amazing things that shaped the destiny of this nation, despite his immense shyness. So I would do James Madison, Christian, as my answer. Okay, that was 4, and that was scary enough, and so I'm not going to do it. Nope, no more. I'm sorry. I'm moving on, buddy, but thanks. You've all asked me a couple, so I'm going to flip the script. I've got 2 asks of everybody here this morning. Apparently now I'm your graduating class with you, so my grads, my fellow students, but also my colleagues, everybody in the stands. I have 2 asks. My first ask to all of you is a really easy ask. My second ask is going to be a bit more challenging to everybody, but I have faith that we can all handle it. And I do promise I have a reason for my 2 asks. So the first ask, the easy ask, for everyone, grads, colleagues, audience members, if you ever had me as a teacher, would you take a second and stand? Take a second and stand. Ever had me as this teacher? All right. That is cool. Now hold on, stay standing. Hold on, please. If you ever had me as a homeroom teacher, cafeteria duty, study hall, go ahead and stand as well. Okay, keep standing. Ever have to work and deal with me on a committee? Please also stand. Ever had to suffer through a graduation senior activity event of any kind? Please stand, and that should put up all the grads. That is really cool. That is really cool. I appreciate you standing. Have a seat. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for indulging my narcissistic ask for that. I promise I did have a reason, and that's my second ask, the more challenging ask. My second ask, despite the fact that I appreciate all of you that just stood, both present and about to be past, I now ask of each and every one of you to forget me. I'm being honest, I do not matter. You already know everything that makes you a better person. You have an inner voice you just have to listen to. You may not know who told you what in your life, but you will remember the message. Thus, the messenger does not matter. So forget the messenger. Just remember the message. To illustrate this second ask, I go back to where I started this speech, just hopefully a few minutes ago. I told you I did not remember who spoke at my high school graduation, and that is true, I do not. But I do remember every word that person said. That individual, he said to my class, he told us to be humble, to have humility, to take personal responsibility for our actions, to leave no one behind, to revel in your uniquenesses rather than shy away from them or hide them. You should all accept each other's uniquenesses and see them as a strength that will make this nation stronger. And then even the shyest person out there, and you all know who you are, can make an impact and make this world a better place if you just trust yourself. So I plead with all of you, as I paraphrase former President Kennedy, this torch has now been passed yet again to a new generation. That is all of you. And I add to that quote by saying, then therefore forget the messenger. Remember the message. Because history is not just something you study, it's what all of you will be making in your lives. So, I wish you more than luck in all future endeavors. And before I bring Mr. Feddesen back to the stage, to prove that the messenger doesn't matter, I'm not going to even end my speech. Carter, you willing? Miss Hypro, oh, he's already got the mic. Carter's ready to roll. All right, Carter, you know how I have to end this speech. You all are welcome to say it with him. Carter, get me off of here.
Be good out there. Go learn something.
That's it, Carter. All right, I'm done. I am sure there's some graduation coordinator out there right now fidgeting, trying to get this guy off the stage so we can get on with this ceremony. So, who wants to graduate?
All right, seniors, here we go. Members of the class of 2025, each of you is to be recognized for having met all of the requirements for graduation of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the Bellefonte Area School District. And having earned that right and privilege of being graduated from Bellefonte Area High School, I therefore present the class of 2025 for graduation to Mr. John Gazar, President of the Bellefonte Area School Board.
Annie Mae Cernuska, valedictorian, summa cum laude, president. Allison Claire Nichols, salutatorian, summa cum laude. Evelyn Rose St. Amant, summa cum laude, vice president. Emma Grace Hagan, summa cum laude, secretary. Alana Marie McNichol, magna cum laude, treasurer. Ryan Renee Abrahamson. Tia Nicole Albright. Emily Catherine Anderson. Nathan William Anderson. Erin Grace Ash, magna cum laude. Aiden Clinton Alman. Caleb Daniel Alman. Alexander Baptista, summa cum laude. Nicholas Baptista, summa cum laude. Levi Jacob Barnhart. Alina Marie Bartko, summa cum laude. Cassidy Ann Boton, cum laude.
No. I'm just looking between Jason.
Nathan Matthew Benner. Nadia Berizenko, cum laude. Colby Mitchell Besh. Willow Christina Beerley, magna cum laude. Jonathan Edward Billett. Danica Lynn Blevins. Olivia Joelle Bloom. Juliana Elizabeth Jo Bowman. Gavin Randy Breon. Madison Taylor Breon, summa cum laude. Reagan Sunshine Breon. Frederick Samuel Bresler. Gregory Allen Broder, Jr. Jade Ryan Brown. Taylor Mackenzie Brown, cum laude. Brooke Lauren Buha. Braden Thomas Burke. Jane Burgess, cum laude. Delana Lynn Burris, magna cum laude. Evelyn Marie Butler. Brittany Ann Butts. Danielle Lee Butts. Gracie Lynn Kane. Parker Reese Caparel. Hallie Elizabeth Carlson. Alana Rose Carver, cum laude. Gavin Matthew Clark, magna cum laude. Emma Olivia Comfer. Lauren Elizabeth Conklin. Owen Manuel Cordone Franco, magna cum laude. Jacob Wayne Corman. Ryan James Culp. Talia Emily Melissa Dalton. Kaylee Marie Davis. Elizabeth Louise Dean. Anna Catherine Dellostrito, summa cum laude. Cole Benjamin Dermata, summa cum laude. Mary Grace Dickman, magna cum laude. Reese Calvin Dixon, cum laude. Aiden Henry Dugowinski. Nathaniel Ryan Dries, summa cum laude. Alexis Morgan Aiken. Piper Jane Ebeling. Tanner Joseph Ebeling, cum laude. Alyssa Lauren Eckert. Benjamin Mark Edwards. Craig Thomas Eicholtz, magna cum laude. Nathan Charles Elmer. Peyton Janae Elnitsky. Abigail Mayanne Fetters. Ava Lynn Fisher. Colin Bradley Fisher, summa cum laude. Sydney Leslie Fletcher, magna cum laude. Autumn Joyce Force. Alexis Ann Fravel, summa cum laude. Robert Jaden Gabrowczyk. Cameron Andrew Garcia. Cheyenne Marie Garrett. Elijah Andrew Gearhart. Andy Garasenko, magna cum laude. Vivian Malin Gazar, magna cum laude. Matthew Scott Haas. Kaylin Jean Hackenberry. Liam Patrick Halterman. Ryder William Hamilton, cum laude. Amelia Lynn Harrington. Ashlyn Grace Harrington. Tyler Keith Harder. Keegan Jack Hawkins. Isabel Marie Hare, summa cum laude. Nathan Lee Heverly. Noah Ryan Heverly, cum laude. Neve Elizabeth Hill. Hannah Marie Hilliker, summa cum laude. Ava Marie Hockenberry, cum laude. Dakota Lynn Hockenberry. Delilah Christine Hockenberry. Evan David Hyde Hoffman. Aiden Cole Hoover, magna cum laude. Ryan Michael Horn.
Almost. Put it on auto.
Kennedy Isabel Lee Hauser.
There's a button on the side that says focus. And that you can use to quickly adjust your focus.
Aiden Christopher Howe, magna cum laude. Xavier James Hoy, magna cum laude. Zane Ryan Hummel, summa cum laude. Austin Joseph Irvin. Carly Rain Jackson. Jackson Thomas James. Nathan Bruce Joel. Paige Ryan Jodun. Carter Thomas Johnston. Aaliyah Eileen King. Kyle Julian Klimek. Savannah Kendra Knob. Kyler Michael Koch. Jessica Nicole Kormanik. William Austin Lamb. Christian Carter Larson, summa cum laude. Zachary Orvie Laubach. Leona DeBerry K. Lavender. Maximilian David Leathers. Nathaniel Stephen Letty. Isaiah Leroy Lohr. Andrew Carmen Lombardi. Jaylee Claire Lose. Emily Cadence Loverack. Jonathan Eric Lucas. Reagan Marie Manning. McKenna K. Mason. Raylia Alexis McCaslin. Autumn Avery McCloskey, cum laude. Reese Edward McCloskey. Liam Broderick McConnell, cum laude. Cordelia Elizabeth Celeste McCoy, cum laude. Ava Rose McNeil. Brady Michael Miller, magna cum laude. Elliot Anderson Miller, cum laude. Gabrielle Grace Miller. Kayla Marie Miller, summa cum laude. Taryn Sally Miller. Matrix Allen Mockluck, cum laude. Cody Bruce Moon. Ashley Lauren Moretz, magna cum laude. Riley Joe Nichols. Avery William North, magna cum laude. Donovan Lee Nyman. Emily Mae Olson. Jacob Riley Ondrasik. Brant Colton Pasella. Aubrey Elaine Pelipsky, cum laude. Colton Mack Perryman. Bryn Nicole Price. Emily Madison Price. You're good. Catherine Grace Pridgeon. Adelie Rebecca Pringle. Emma Lene Zuyun Proctor, summa cum laude. Cody William Reese. Christian Douglas Ray, summa cum laude. Jordan John Riley. Sadie Mae Ripka, magna cum laude. Jan Carlo Rojas Trinidad. Sophie Elizabeth Rosimus. Haley Lynn Schaefer, cum laude. Sophia Beverly Scott. Ewan Yenfong Seymour. Alexander Joseph Shaw. Aaron Mark Shawley. Ethan Edward Charant. Harley Suzanne Schilling. Patrick Gray Shingara.
A little less, Chloe, a little brighter.
Carter Michael Shivery. Chadra Lindsay Simpson, summa cum laude. Grayson Kenneth Simpson, cum laude.
It'll honestly give you a cut off.
Elena Lee Smith, magna cum laude.
Chloe, a tiny bit brighter. Sorry.
Austin John Smith, summa cum laude. Ella Manny Smith, magna cum laude. Preston Robert Smith, magna cum laude. Samantha Annika Smith, cum laude. Ruthann Marie Smoyer, summa cum laude. Shane Nathan Snook. Nicholas Murphy South. Devlin Autumn Spiker. Caleb Michael Stoner. Adeline Joyce Strom. Brooke Aubrey Struble. Caitlin Ann Stubblefield. Jonathan Thomas Suica, magna cum laude. Paige Madison Thomas, magna cum laude. Dakota Nicholas Thomas. Maria Ann Tishenko.
How long do you have for?
Tate Sterling Tooker, summa cum laude.
Can you check the back?
Aubrey Elizabeth Tressler, summa cum laude. Hayden Michael Vankus, cum laude. Richard William Varvel. Taryn Rose Wagner. Abdullah Wayne.
Well done, Chloe. Way to flip it. Yes, go ahead.
Vance Lane Richland Walker. Lauren Elizabeth Warefield, cum laude.
Yes, Victor Dean.
Micah Aaron Watson. Riley Thomas Watts.
Lizzie, can you?
Haley Lauren Way, summa cum laude. Daniel Paul Weaver, magna cum laude. Noah Patrick Weaver, magna cum laude.
Lizzie, brighten your iris.
Sarah Elizabeth Weaver. Victoria Madison Whitehead. Kylie Noel Werbowski. Caden Lee Williams, magna cum laude. Cassidy Joy Wilson, cum laude. Tyson Wingert, cum laude. David Thomas Whitmer. Caleb John Yasina. Alexandria Ann Zangi. Cole Charles Zimmerman.